Alright, are we good? Are we live? I think we are. Hello all and welcome back to the Football Chat Live. Today, our coverage of the Euros continues as Group D reaches its closure. We, of course, have two games today, France versus Poland and Netherlands versus Austria. It is incredibly hot in the UK, so do excuse me if I look a little bit hot and sweaty, but yeah, studio is very warm. But we should be in for some really exciting football. Of course, later today, we do have England, so make sure to join us for that as well. But right now, we've got a bit of an interesting tie, I would say, in Netherlands versus Austria. That's the game we're going to be focusing on because those two sides are fighting out for qualification. For France, they're already through. I mean, I don't think either France, Netherlands or Austria can be out now. But for France, they're already through. For Poland, they're already out. That game doesn't really matter. For Austria and Netherlands, well, a lot of things are important. Firstly, if Austria win, Netherlands slip to third, and suddenly, if England top the group, we play Netherlands. If Austria win, of course, they jump into the top two as well. So they'd have a really nice seeding. So a lot at stake here. And, well, I'm sure it's going to be a very good game. Nick Knack, welcome to the stream, saying hi, good to see you, mate. And yeah, if you are hopping in today, make sure to get involved in the live chat. Hopefully we are trekked to a good game. Nick Knack says, I think Austria could go out still, but highly unlikely. Well, yeah, because they're, in theory, if Slovenia beat England later today, they would jump on to 4 points, wouldn't they? Are Slovenia on 1 point? No, Slovenia on 2 points. So in theory, yeah, they could get on to 3 or 4 points, which then could see Austria knocked out despite the fact they're on 3. However, Austria's goal difference is quite strong. So unless they get battered today, I can't see them going out. And even then, it would be very difficult because I don't think Slovenia are going to get any points. So, yeah, as you say, Nick Knack, it is possible, but it's very unlikely to see Austria go out. I think it's a testament to how well they've played in the group stages. They were phenomenal in the match against France. Very unlucky not to get something from that game. And obviously brilliant against Poland, that game they won. I would be surprised if they didn't give Netherlands a really good game today. I think the Netherlands didn't look convincing against Poland, edged past them there. Were slightly better against France, but again, France haven't looked great at this tournament. So, yeah, I think there is a genuine worry, I think, about the Netherlands. A lot of people thought they'd be really strong coming in, but they've lost the balance of their midfield with no Twinkoop minus, no Frenkie de Jong, and that hasn't really worked out for them. We've only got 6 minutes till kick-off, so let's get into the lineups then, of course, into predictions. A little bit late to stream today, unfortunately, I didn't really have much time. But yeah, let's start with the Netherlands side then. A 4-3-3 for the Dutch. In goal, it's Bart Verbruggen. He's been really solid for them and, yeah, he's done really well, stepping up into a starting role. In the back four, Geertruida, De Vries, Captain Van Dijk and Nathan Ake. It's in a midfield three of Schouten, Reinders and Veerman, and a front three of Marlon Depay and Cody Gakpo. Intriguingly, Netherlands dropping who I think is their best player in Xavi Simons. I think that is truly bizarre because I thought he should have scored in the France game. That goal should have stood and he put it in the back of the net. And he was their best player in the Poland game. He was the player who showed the most in that game. So really weird decision to bench him today. If anything, that helps out Austria more. There's less creativity, less explosiveness in that France attack, in that Netherlands attack. Let's have a look at the Austria side. Then it is a 4-2-3-1 for the Austria. In goal, it's Pence. It's a back four of Posch, Wöber, Leinhardt and Prass. In the midfield, two, Seiwald and Grilic. Across the three, Wimmer, Sabitzer and Schmid. And leading the line, captain Arnautovic. So a little bit of rotation there. Schmid and Wimmer, we've seen both come on as substitutes. We've seen Prass come on off the bench. Wöber played the first game but not the second. Leinhardt played the second but not the first. So a bit of rotation in there. Testament to the depth in Austria. Obviously, they are resting up then Konrad Laimer, Christopher Baumgartner. I think this very much screams that Austria think they're through. Which, to be fair, seems quite likely. They're on +1 goal difference, meaning they have the advantage over Slovakia and Hungary. They've got more points than Slovenia, Croatia and Czechia. Obviously, Croatia can't pick up any more now. Hungary can't either. So, even if everyone else did, I don't think it's possible Austria go out now. Unless they lose 4-0 now, Austria cannot go out. So, yeah, they're in a very good spot. And even then, they'd need, Slovenia would have to beat England, Czechia would have to beat Turkey for them to go out. So yeah, I think Austria are in a really good spot. And you can see that with the team selection. Very rotated. Not weak, particularly, but definitely rotated. And, yeah, dropping some pretty crucial players. Let's get into some predictions then, guys. Please make sure to get your predictions in the live chat. Shara saying, if England wins 3-0 today and Czechia lose to Turkey, Croatia go through. That is very true. And as Nick says, Croatia need a miracle, but they're not out yet. Austria could win the group, depending on what France do. That is also true. And the fear today is that if Netherlands lose to Austria, but France lose more heavily to Poland, which is unlikely because Poland aren't great, then England would play France in the round of 16. That would be awful. That would be absolutely terrible. But yeah, it is possible. Equally, France haven't looked very good, and Austria have. So there you go. Pick your poison. But I think either way, England are in for a tough game. Austria, Netherlands, France. Whoever you play out of those three is going to be a really difficult one. But for me, Austria's the most winnable. On paper, Austria's a game we should win. So I think we'd like that, wouldn't we? Harry's saying 2-1 Netherlands. Fair enough. I'm going to back Austria. I think Austria looks so much better than Netherlands at this tournament. I know Austria have rotated, so that does put that into jeopardy a little bit. But I'm still backing Austria. I think it'll be a 2... I'm supposed to go 2-1. I might say 2-0. I'm going to go 2-0 Austria. They shouldn't have conceded against France. They didn't concede against Poland. Provided they don't put one in the back of the net, they look fairly solid. So I'll say 2-0. I think it'll be a Sabitzer goal and an Arnautovic goal. So 2-0 win for Austria. Now it says we don't know where we'll finish in our group yet, though. Very true, very true. We could draw later to Slovenia, and if Denmark win, would they go through? Because obviously if Serbia won, they'd be below us. But if Denmark win, they could go top of the group. Obviously, if we lose and Denmark win, then they would go top on points. But yeah, I think like going 1-1 draw in this game. Fair enough. Yeah, I could see England drawing later. Hopefully not, though. Hopefully we can finally see them put in a good performance. Finally see some quality in that England team. But yeah, very impressed with Austria so far. I would be worried facing them in the round of 16. Because while on paper they're a side we should beat, I think Rangnick's a really good manager. I think that Austria played some really good football, so I would be slightly concerned facing them in the round of 16. Adara Azizi, welcome to the stream, saying hi, all good to see you, Adara. But yeah, Ivan Kruzliak, the referee today. I think we've had him a few games. I think he might have done the Austria-France match. But yeah, I know he didn't, did he? That was a Sato, and he kept giving France fouls for no reason. But yeah, I think I've seen him a few times. Decent ref, if I remember correctly. But yeah. Moving along now until we are underway. Make sure to get your prediction in the live chat if you haven't already, or just say hi. But yeah, get involved. Should be a good one this evening. Hopefully. We've got a good game this afternoon. We've got obviously England later today. Should be good. So yeah. Poland chat, by the way, 6 votes so far, and it is 33% apiece. 33% Austria, 33% Netherlands, 33% opting for a draw. So yeah, very much a split there in chat. I can't say I'm massively surprised. I think this game is very open. It could go any way. Will Netherlands be slightly relaxed knowing they're going through? I mean, Austria look like they're rotating as well. So yeah, should be interesting. Potentially the decision to bench Xavi Simons is more of an indicator that they already know how good he is, and now they want to play other players to decide who to play in the next round. Because Simons has been phenomenal, so if that's a decision to drop him based on performances, Koeman is sniffing glue. Anyway, we're about to get underway here for Netherlands versus Austria. It'll be Austria to get us started once the referee is happy. And now we are underway in this game. And immediately they're giving away the ball. Marlon can't quite play that forward though as Pras steps onto him well. Here is Pras. Now Grilic. Knocks the ball across to Leinhardt, who will go down the line. Stefan Posch goes inside to Seevald. And now Austria will look to work the ball around. Verba. Dara says Austria knocked out of the Cricket World Cup all as well. Well, I guess you don't like Australia then, Dara. I'm not sure. I don't know much about cricket, to be fair. But yeah, I think they're good. I think India are good. That's all I know. South Africa as well. Anyway. Verba. Plays it inside to Wimmer, and he's under pressure, and he's lost that ball cheaply in there. But Reinders giving it straight back, and now Austria can look to come forwards. Bit of a weird pass up in the air. The Savitzer's not going to win. Will be headed down by Seewald. And now won by Arnautovic. Arnautovic is a bit of a weird one because I thought Gregoritsch was quite good in the France game, or relatively good in the France game. He didn't show much, but Arnautovic wasn't great at all in the Poland game. Just not sure if he can hack it anymore, but you know, maybe he'll prove me wrong tonight. Posch. Back to Leinhardt. Now it's Wöber. And that's a great ball down the line. Prass puts it in there. Savitzer can't reach it. It will fall to Schmid, who plays it across. Arnautovic can't react in time, and Ake hooks it clear. And then Gakpo trying to come down the line. Stopped by Stefan Posch. Huge chance this for Austria. Should have gone in, really. Great ball from Prass, the left back making the overlapping run. Drops to Schmid, and he almost put it away. Really good football, though. And again, Austria showing they are a really capable side. Here is Wimmer. Arnautovic holds it up well. Now finds Prass. They're overrunning them every time. It's a ball lifted over the top. Stefan Posch. Oh no, sorry. Nicholas Seewald will go out and collect it. Now Posch. Back down the line. Seewald. Poor pass. Intercepted by Ake. And now Netherlands will look to come forward. One back though by Austria. Trashman, welcome to the stream. Good to see you, mate. Dara saying they are, but not good enough. Fair enough. Yeah, I remember Australia being involved in that scandal. That's all I know about Australian cricket. Leinhardt playing that forwards, looking for Savitzer. Headed up in the air by Van Dijk. It now drops for Seewald. He tries to play it forward, but that is blocked in there by Veerman. Veerman, interestingly, was dropped, of course, in that France game. And actually, their midfield looked a bit more balanced with Simmons playing attacking midfield and Schouten and Reinders playing as almost a double pivot. In this game, it's a bit more of a classic midfield three. I think they just looked a little more energetic with Simmons in that midfield because he is much more direct. I didn't think Frimpong had a very good game out on the right wing, and maybe that's why they brought Marlon in here. And see if they can find a right wing that works for this Dutch system. That is out for an Austria throw. Reinders not happy about that. Ryan Cheam went to the stream with a classic high full stop. Great to see you, Ryan. Glad you can join us. Savitzer tries to flick that ball over the top. Again, it's blocked, and now a chance for Stefan Posch. Grealish. Posch. Back to Leinhardt. Now Maxi Wöber. And then Prass tries to flick around the corner into Wimmer. Marlon. And then that is smart there. Grealish just smashing it into Geertruida and winning himself a throw. Yeah, Austria comfortable in possession. Leinhardt does well. They're under pressure from Memphis Depay. Now it's Seewald. And Posch unable to get the flick on. It drops now for Gakpo. Posch will challenge him. And he does win it back there. Stefan Posch, of course, playing his football at Bologna. Have a very good Bologna side. Ball forward. Here come Austria. Ball in from Arnautovic, and it's claimed well by Verbruggen. Yeah, good chance. Austria playing the better stuff at the moment. Netherlands cannot get out of their own half. Again, the centre halves, that defence for Austria having that physical advantage at the moment. And when they get on the ball, they know what to do with it. We've seen Seewald been so good at that. And now they win it high again, Austria. Netherlands cannot hold on to possession. Posch. Leinhardt. Now it is Wöber. Leinhardt. Feeds that ball through. Marko Arnautovic picks it up, spreads it wide. Here is Prass. Cuts it back in there. It's an own goal for Netherlands. And that's 1-0 Austria. I almost said Australia. Got cricket on the mind. But that's 1-0 Australia. Donyell Malen turns it home. Unfortunate for the Netherlands. Deserved for Austria. They've been the better side in the opening part of this game. A ball cut across by Prass and put in his own net there. Austria will be very pleased with that. Because that could be massive. If Austria can hold on now, they would go through, as it stands, top of the group. Obviously, it could be second in the group, but Prass tries to cut it back. Malen tries to cut it out. Unfortunately for him, though, that puts it in his own net. Netherlands 1, Austria... No, Netherlands 0, Austria 1. Malen put it in, but it's not in the right net. But wow, what a good start to the game for Austria. They've been all over this Dutch side, to be fair. Netherlands haven't been able to get out of their defence. Really good football from Austria. Emphatic celebrations from manager Ralf Rangnick. He knows just how important that would be. And obviously Netherlands' decision to drop Xavi Simons to bring in Donyell Malen, now looking a little bit silly. Geertruida for Bruggen. Now, it says another own goal. Great start from Austria. Long way out. Yeah, but Nick, the way Austria have played throughout this group, it's not like they're going gung-ho at the start, getting a goal like Albania did, and then they're going to go sit back. They're going to continue to play football. They're going to keep pressing Netherlands high. They're going to keep playing it well. They're a very good side. Nick Nack says, well, fantastic finish that. Joseph Van saying, France need to win now. Yeah. I mean, they could still get through. Obviously, they prefer to be top of the group. As it stands, they would go through second, I believe. Yeah, because obviously they're drawing and Netherlands are losing. But yeah, in terms of seeding, of course, if Austria could top this group as 1D, that would see them play 2F. And F is, at the moment, Turkey. So it's not too bad a draw. And then they face the winner of 1E versus 3A, B, C, D. So that's likely to be someone like Belgium. So that's huge. Depay touches it down. As for France, of course, if they were to qualify as the second team in Group D, they would be playing 2E with a shot at playing Portugal in the quarters. And they'd obviously go on to the other side of the draw. And for England, it would make England's side of the draw even weaker. Not that Austria are a weak side, but they are, at least on paper, weaker than France. So that's quite exciting. If the results stay the same. Obviously, it's unlikely to. You'd think France will come back in this game. Or in their game. Not come back, just come forward, score some goals. They need to score some goals. They've not scored a single goal at the tournament yet. Obviously, they beat Austria through an own goal from Maxi Verber. They drew 0-0 with Netherlands. They had a lot of chances. Antoine Griezmann, though, whenever he got in the 6-yard box, just couldn't connect his head and his feet. That's really good from Schouten. So calm, just walking past players who are putting in tackles. Netherlands now. Headed down by Gakpo towards Reinders. He does get there, Tiani Reinders. Back to Cody Gakpo. And now it's with Joey Veerman, who wants to carry that forwards. Is seen wide to Geertruida. Now Malen puts the ball in the box, but that is not a dangerous one. Leinhardt clearing it away. Nick Nack says France will want to win anyway. Yeah, of course. And to top the group is exactly what they need. But yeah. Geertruida. Now De Vries. Lovely ball round the corner from Veerman. Prass with a bit of a haphazard clearance, but it has worked. And a couple headers later, and Austria find themselves on the halfway line. Strong header from De Vries. Drops for Wimmer. That is a poor one. But they win it back now, Austria. Savitzer plays it forwards, and Arnautovic, well, he started running, realised he wasn't going to get there, and gave up on it. Now, it says this style of play must take a lot out of the players, especially with games every 4 days or so. Yeah, probably Nick Nack. To be fair, though, they have rotated today. Wimmer and Schmid, who aren't starters, both coming into the side. And obviously, it's those attackers who press the most. But to be fair, they also tire out the opposition when they have the ball, because they're so good at retaining it. and so good at drawing players out, dragging players out and creating chances. If they'd taken their chances in the France game, they would have won it. They were the better side in that game. Yes, you can make the same argument for France, of course. But if Austria take their chances, they would have won that game. They really lack a clinical goal scorer. Savitzer hasn't stepped up in the way we would have wanted him. We would have expected him to. Marko Arnautovic is not a clinical player. Harry's saying, can't believe how many own goals we've seen. Yeah, is that now what? 7 for the tournament? 8 for the tournament? Very impressive. Here come Austria. Werber playing that down the line, but that is going to bounce through to Bart Verbruggen. He will touch it to De Vrij. Van Dijk. Now De Vrij. Denzel Dumfries. Geertruida. Knocks it across to Nathan Ake. Now Stefan De Vrij again. Schouten, who's momentarily dropped into a right-back role. De Vrij again. Now Nathan Ake. Plays it forward. Depay touching it out wide, and then that is quite weird as it sort of spews up out of the feet of Veerman. And now Savitzer. Nice dribbling as he finds himself a little bit of space. Posh brought down, and that will be a free kick. Austria just playing this smartly at the moment. They're not overexerting themselves. They're letting Netherlands come and press them, come and chase them. It's really smart. Very smart stuff. So, first 10 minutes. Oh well, over that now, but really good football from Austria so far. Dominant, if anything. Netherlands have barely come forwards, and, well, Wimmer almost getting in behind there. Ake. Depay, lovely flick inside. Tiani Reinders in a lot of space. Plays it wide. Gakpo, can he make something happen now? Gakpo to Reinders, and that is a poor shot from Tiani Reinders. Just scuffs it wide. Can't get the right sort of connection behind that. Body positioning, all wrong. And yeah, that is one that leaves a lot to be desired. And you wish he had that chance back. Poor effort. Here is Pence. Poor ball, and here's Netherlands. One back in there though by Seevald. He's been one of my players of the tournament, Nicholas Seevald. He's someone who not a lot of people, I think, will be raving about. But for me, yeah, he's been phenomenal. A big part of why Austria can play the way they do. Press to Savitzer. Nice football, tries to play it into Wimmer, but a little bit of a miscommunication there. Savitzer wasn't expecting Wimmer to dart inside with his run. But he did, and so Savitzer's ball played through to nobody. Nick saying very weak effort. Lovely set up from Gakpo. He's got it all wrong there, Reinders. Tried to be too cute about it and well, placed it miles wide in the end. Okay. Lost the ball in there. Austria, though, winning it back. Schouten goes down under pressure from Posh, and that will be a free kick. Still 0-0 in the France-Poland game, says Chelsea fan. Indeed it is. Statistically, sides, though, I mean, to be fair, I was expecting to see France dominating that game. 57% of the ball is still a majority, but it's not ridiculous. And only one shot to Poland's 2. Admittedly, that seems to be much more clear-cut than any of Poland. I've put Poland now 3 shots, but none of them particularly good opportunities. Austria's Wimmer there fouled by Geertruida. So yeah, fairly dominant stuff from Austria so far. 60% of the ball, and they're 1-0 up despite not having a shot yet. Prass. Seevald. Verba. Lifting that ball, looking for Prass. And he can't quite keep that under his control. Good initial touchdown. He then just couldn't keep hold of the ball. But yeah. Now it says Poland will be playing for pride. No pressure on them now. Very true. Very true. But yeah. To be fair, I think this game had a very similar start to how I expected. Austria being the dominant side, Netherlands countering somewhat effectively, and definitely could have done better with the chances they have had. But ultimately, Austria lead by a goal to nil, and that is the most important stat in football. Verbruggen sending it forwards, headed away by Lienhart. Back in the air from Gregoritsch. Anyway, Stefan Posch. Now it says France have faced some criticism from the press, much like England have, I guess. France just haven't played very well. They got results. Draw against Netherlands, it's not the worst result. A win against Austria, again, not a bad result. But the performance have been so lacklustre. The one goal they've had at the tournament so far came off the head of Maxi Verba, an own goal from the Austrian. They were so tame in the Netherlands game. They had chances, they just couldn't put them away. But so did Netherlands. I think the Dutch were very unlucky not to win that game against France. That Simmons goal was completely legal in my eyes. Ball forward from Prass. Arnautovic down to Savitzer, who's now looking to try and find a pass. Schmid. Forced back to Sevald. That says Italy the same, really. Yeah, Italy were crap against Croatia, but they got that point. Again, that's all that matters. And yeah, as you say, got dominated by Spain. Could have lost that game by a good few goals, but they didn't. And then the win against Albania in there, which is another one they easily could have lost or drawn. Here come Austria. Prass. Grilic. Bringing that ball forwards. Now across to Sevald. This is a nice exchange of passes. Schmid. Carries it forwards. Plays it wide to Posch. Schmid. Grilic. Sevald to Schmid. Sevald into Schmid again. Arnautovic holds on to the ball. And now plays it out wide. Can Posch tee up a cross? No. Sets it back to Sevald. Grilic. Sevald. Now Verba. Lienhart. And they're Austria. Thing is, the Netherlands win it back, and then a really crap pass intercepted. So as soon as they win that ball back, as soon as they get possession, they immediately gift it back to Austria. Here's Wimmer. Unable to hold on to that, but he does then go and win it back. Ball into the box, and Van Dijk has the physical edge in there over Marcel Savitzer. Chessman says, by the way, Jack, I can only do this stream because me and my family and friends are going to a bar to watch the England. Well, fair enough, Chelsea fan. Well, thank you for joining us here. And, I'm sure we'll see you tomorrow in one of the two streams. But yeah, enjoy the England game. But yeah. If you're sat in the bar and want to put the phone and want to put the stream on silent, you're more than welcome to. There's no rules against it. Netherlands in possession now. Ake. Schouten. Ake. De Vrij to Van Dijk. Here is Geertruida. De Vrij. Across again to Van Dijk. Okay. I am slightly surprised by Netherlands sticking with the same players, given how poor they've been at this tournament. We saw one change in the first game, Frimpong coming in and Schouten going out. Sorry, Veerman going out. And now third game, we see Frimpong out off again, Simmons off, and Schouten back, and Marlin in. It's just a bit of a, I don't know, the back line staying the same. Barger, Troy to the pivot. I don't know, maybe some other changes could have happened. Wouldn't have minded a bit of Ian Martson maybe at left back. A bit of Joshua Zirkzee leading the line. But yeah. Verba winning the header in there. We'll drop to Schmid. Now Posh. Austria happy to sit in possession. Leinhardt tried to drive that forwards and almost lost it. Van Dijk wins the header in there. It falls to Marlon. And it's one back by Austria, though. Referee deeming that is over the line. That challenge. Yeah, Grealish a little bit too desperate apparently to win that ball back. And Simmons sent out to warm up. Obviously that's not going to be a change. Well, you wouldn't think that'd be a change just yet, but you never know. Wijnaldum out there as well, someone who's come on a lot as an impact sub. Okay. Depay. Can't quite turn the corner. Well, Leinhardt a little bit under pressure here, but he will smash it clear. Headed forwards by Van Dijk. Depay. Touched it down to Tiani Reinders. Ball in. Chance for Donyell Marlin, and that just bobbles past the post. Great opportunity for the Netherlands. Marlin with a good run in behind. Just the keeper to beat, and he slides it past the post. Never seemed to strike that quickly. Never seemed to be comfortable as he stepped up to that one. Stripped really well by Depay. Really nice ball through, but in behind, and Marlin there on his weaker left foot. Just tries to go towards that far corner, and he's not far off. But it remains Netherlands 0, Austria 1. Another lame effort, says Nick Nat, kicked it. Yeah, that did not have much behind it, that effort from Donyell Marlin. Wimmer heading it forward. Arnautovic can't get that under his control. Here come Austria. Sabitzer unable to get there. Anyway, ball forward from the Netherlands. Gakpo unable to win that header. Posh committing a foul in there. I always hate those ones. I know we say it every time it happens, but I always hate where that with the defender, or well, it doesn't really matter, but whoever, so one player jumps, the other doesn't, and then nudges him. So he just hits the ground quite aggressively, quite hard. It's just a very silly challenge, very risky challenge. Yeah, it says the kind of chance an elite striker laps up. Yeah, Marlin there. Missing quite a nice opportunity. Here come Netherlands. Again, ball down in there. Tiani Reinders. Wimmer's not happy about it. Yeah. Don't really know what Wimmer's complaints are about. He puts his arms around him, falls him to the ground. It's a rugby tackle. Marlon takes it past one, tries to put it in there, blocked well by Wimmer. But yeah, good response from Netherlands to conceding that early goal. They've not let their heads drop, so they still believe in this game. So a corner now. Whipped in by Schouten, headed away by Maximilian Wöber. Sorry, Stefan Posch. Geertruida finds Reinders. Reinders control well in there by Depay. Now Daniel Marlon. Now it says it seemed to wake them up a bit going behind. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. That's a poor forward pass from Geertruida. Marlon unable to keep that in play. So Prass over this throw. Prass throwing down the line, headed forwards and away in there by Geertruida. Again, Austria send it forwards. Ake heading it away. So yeah, Netherlands have had a lot more of the ball recently. It was 60-40 in favour of Austria. It's now down at 50-50 or 51-49. Incredibly tight stuff. Wöber. Wimmer finds Savald. Plays it wide. Harris expected better from Netherlands. In all honesty, I didn't, to be fair. I don't think they've been very good at this tournament. They weren't great against Poland. They got quite lucky there that Poland aren't very good. In the France game, yeah, they should have scored, but they also should have conceded about a hatful. Here come Austria. Leinhardt, Savald. Try to play it out wide, blocked in there. Savitzer. Prass. Back to his centre-half partner. Not centre-half partner, sorry. It's just a centre-half, Maxi Wöber. But yeah, Austria look comfortable, to be fair. Just Van says, keep hitting that like button, people. Yes, make sure to do so. It shows you're enjoying the stream. And sub to the channels, people. Yeah, make sure, if you are new around here, to hit subscribe. We're live for every single match of the Euros. What a tournament it's been so far, and hopefully it continues in that way. Ball in, it's headed away. Savald. Stefan Posch, it's blocked. Yeah, so they did recover well against Poland in the end. What, Netherlands? Yeah, I guess, but that was, I don't know. I don't think they were great in that game anyway. First half, Netherlands were the better side. Sorry, no, Poland were the better side, I mean. And then after that, they started to grow into the game a little bit more, but they still only had. Oh, sorry, that is the France game. Let me have a look at the Poland game. Second half, 64% of the ball, but Poland had 8 shots to Netherlands' 7 with 1.13 XG to Netherlands' 0.38. Obviously, they're goal scoring in that game to make the difference. Throwing now for Austria. Ball in, headed down. Savitzer, and it's saved. Sorry, it's blocked. Grealish, and that one is saved. Caught well by Bart Verbruggen. Sat up nicely that for Florian Grealish. And well, the shot wasn't poor either. There will be a complaint here for handball. It hits his arm. But it's tucked in, it's above the sleeve, so nothing going to be given there. And then Grealish getting it on target, getting it straight to the gloves of the goalkeeper, Bart Verbruggen. Posch. And unable to come forwards there is Grealish. Depay out of room to go. Knocks into a defender and wins a throw. Nick now saying room for improvement. I agree. Yeah, I don't think Netherlands have been very good at this tournament because I don't think France have been very good. I don't think England have been very good. I don't think Portugal were great in that first game. They looked slightly better against Turkey, but it still wasn't brilliant, was it? Referee not happy here about something. I'm not sure who he's going to complain about. It is Arnautovic and Van Dijk. Of course it is. Of course, it's Marko Arnautovic causing trouble. Here's Cody Gakpo. Can't find a pass backwards, knocking that out of play. I think it did come off an Austrian player. So they'll look to come forwards now. Here's Depay. Gakpo, nice exchange of passes there for Netherlands. And that is going to be a yellow card. A little bit early for a yellow card. Stefan Posch picking it up. But yeah. Referee adamant that it is a warranted card. Posch not agreeing, but yeah. Now it says we should be glad that a lot of teams have a mediocre like us. Very true. Very true, Knick-Knack. Quite lucky in a sense. Because we were really naff in both the games we played. That's the thing. Most teams have had one game or two one game where they've looked and then one game where they've played quite well. Well, France haven't really. But still, Netherlands making an early change. That is Xavi Simons after 30 minutes in this game. They're not happy, Netherlands. Depay. Trying to bring that ball forwards. Now Depay, Gertruida. Plays that forward. Schouten can't quite put that in the box. Now it's cleared away. Wimmer. Bit clumsy in there. Gertruida puts a good tackle in. But then he is fouled in the process. Just about to say, Spain have been the standout team for me. Oh, 100%. So good. Harry says, will be great tonight. I can feel it, hopefully. Also asking, what are France doing? They're getting themselves on the tough side of the draw. That's what they're doing. They don't want to face England. They know they'd lose. Smart guys. But yeah. Interesting from Coman, says Knick-Knack. Harry saying Coman has no brain cells. So differing approaches there. To Coman's decision to make a sub after just a minute. But yeah. Now it says a lot of managers don't do early subs because it's an admission they got it wrong. Yeah, very true. But I think it's needed in this game. Ball in. Cleared away by Austria. Reinders on the edge. Strikes it low and hard and wide. Giving us a goal kick, which Netherlands are not happy about. I don't think it has touched anyone, to be fair. No, it hasn't. Good call from the referee. Nick, I'm saying, shut up, Harry. Coman got us to our best ever Premier League finish. Very true. But yeah, so Joey Veerman off. Xavi Simons on. A bit more directness in that midfield. I have to say, Simons. I get this. Simons is a much better player, but what I don't get is why Coman fought the other way around to start. Says Rangnick must be laughing, right? Right now. I don't know, because Simons coming on is definitely going to make them a stronger team, Netherlands. But, yeah, no, they didn't start well. To be fair. Anyway. 10 minutes left of this first half. We're going to see a replay of that goal then. Pras putting it in the box. Daniel Marlin getting it all crossed up in there. Putting it in his own net. But yeah, Pras looks dangerous, to be fair. I thought it was a bit of an odd decision to put him in. But yeah. Anyway. A drinks break here. After 35 minutes. We don't have a symbol for that on the graphics. Need to make one. Now it says it's going to be a warm one in Cologne tonight. It's a bloody warm one in the UK, Knick-Knack. Studio feels like a sauna today. I've got both windows and the door open. Still incredibly warm in here. Hopefully at least at 8 o'clock it'll be a little cooler. Still think we're going to have the windows and door open, but still. Now it says 26 degrees at kickoff. Yeah, today's heat's ridiculous. Wimmer. Lovely turn in there from Grilic. Plays it wide into Marko Arnautovic. Trying to fight for possession in there against De Vries. Vim unable to get there. Austria pass forward. Hits the ref, but the ref says play on because they're coming forward. Save out. Tries to find Schmid. Cleared away by Nathan Ake and out for a corner, but Austria keep putting the pressure on. Ash says drinks break on 35. What is going on? That does feel like a little late, doesn't it, into the first half? Surely you've got to go either 25 or the 22.5 minutes. Now it says Berlin is a bit cooler. Around 25 or so currently. That's not cool though. It's cooler, but it's not cool. Today's not too bad if you're relaxing, says Harry. I guess. Sabitzer takes aim. Saved well by Bart Verbruggen. Now Schmid. Sabitzer again. Grilic. Blocked. Arnautovic has made a mess of it. Verbruggen makes a mess of it. That is a heart-in-mouth moment there for Netherlands. They almost concede again here. And there's Simmons fouled by Sabitzer. Now it says nice to be a football fan on holiday. I don't know, obviously, like, I get why people like the heat, but I can't understand why you'd want to lie around in UK heat. It's just disgusting. It's just so it's just this mugginess to the air, isn't there? Now it says drinking beer, swimming in fountains, throwing chairs and whatever else they get up to. Yeah, the England fans in Germany are going to be having a rowdy time. De Vries, Van Dijk. Now Geertruida. Verbruggen. Reinders. Okay. And he's lost that one in there. Schmid coming away with the ball. And then it gets brought down and then the pass is cleared into his hand. So that's been given as Austria handball. So Netherlands free kick. Yeah, not much Schmid could have done about that. It was brought down and then just was in the way of the pass. Clean challenge though. They brought him down. Shout him. Dumfries. Reinders. Geertruida, De Vries. Reinders carrying it forwards. Grilic. Now it's Wimmer. Blocked. Tiani Reinders. Nathan. Sorry, Xavi Simons. Here come Netherlands. Gakpo comes inside, draws the foul from Lienhart. Well, I think he's a little fortunate to get away without a yellow in there. But yeah, Gakpo just came inside quickly. Anyway, free kick for Netherlands now. And Depay will be the one to whip this in. Ball drilled in. Stopped by Nicholas Sevald. Out of play for a Netherlands throw. Here on the ball, Simmons. Shout him. Here is Geertruida. Now Van Dijk. Ball lifted in behind, looking for the run of Donyell Malen. And he's fighting away with Prass here. Malen holding on to it. Cuts it back. Chance for Schouten. And that is well blocked. But yeah, Netherlands just can't really get anything going here. They're just blocking everything. Austria are very well set up, but yeah, Netherlands not really doing much. Gakpo here gets beyond the defence, puts it in there. Depay, good header. And that is unlucky for Memphis Depay. It hits the inside of the post and rolls out. To be fair, Gakpo well offside anyway in the build-up, so it wouldn't have stood. His cross also a bit crap for Depay managed to recover it. Grealish. Savard. Now, Lineheart. Verba. Back to Lineheart. Back to Verba. Hoping just to draw Netherlands in now. Prass. Sends it to his goalkeeper to Pence, sorry. Forward ball. Headed away by Xavi Simons. Now they're coming down the left-hand side. Avri comes across and does Savitzer well. And sends the ball up the line. Verba. Now Grealish. Lineheart. Verba back to the goalkeeper. Just saying, for fuck's sake, France. Nick Nack asking if it's still 0-0. It is indeed. Just haven't really got going, have they, France? Now it says, Poland giving me a good game. Look at the stats. Yeah, let's have a look at those stats. As you say, fairly even stuff. Both with 6 shots apiece. In this game here, well, let's have a look. It has been, well, Netherlands with the better chances of the game. But Austria with more shots, more possession. Considering the goal they scored wasn't even a shot, it definitely would have been. And that obviously makes a difference with XG. Schmid. Ball forward. I don't think Foch is going to get there. Probably could have if he kept running. Yeah, Netherlands, they've not been excellent tonight, but they've not been terrible. Somewhat unfortunate in the manner in which they conceded that goal. But it's not been bad other than that. De Vrij, Van Dijk. Here is Ake. Held up in there by Reinders, but then he ends up winning a throw. Gakpo, here come Austria. Grealish. Schmid. Back to his goalkeeper. Pence sends it forwards, headed away by Van Dijk. Grealish. Arnautovic. Verba. Prass. Grealish. Yeah, so it should be a bit lively after they've had their half-time oranges. Yeah. Maybe that's what they're missing. Posh. Back now to Lineheart, to Verba. Now Savitzer. So that'll be 2 additional minutes of the way in this first half. And of course, once you factor in the drinks break, that's going to be quite common now. Back now with goalkeeper Pence. Lineheart, Pence. Lineheart back to Pence once more. And again, Austria looking fairly comfortable in this one. Pence. Savitzer. Here come Austria. Stefan Posch. Plays it forwards. So that's a good nick off Ake. It has, and that will be a corner for Austria now. And a chance for them to double their advantage. Yeah, I just have to let the ball do the work in this weather, indeed. It's just so warm, isn't it? So hot. So a corner now. As I said, a chance for Austria to take the lead again. To be fair, compared to Qatar, I'm sure this is an absolute cold. Pulled into the box. Headed up in the air and headed over by Florian Grilic. Just never really got over at the ball. So he just headed it up. That was never going to come back down again, was it? So yeah, half time here. Netherlands 0 and Austria 1. That's just not great, really, for Netherlands. Austria are very good. They got that goal. That was the crucial thing. And now, as we go into the break, they lead by a 1-0, thanks to that strike, or an own goal, really, from Donjan Martin. It's a well-taken own goal, to be fair. But yeah, Netherlands haven't really got going in this game. Austria have been the better team. At the end there, I guess Netherlands started to have a few chances, but nothing clear-cut, nothing obvious, nothing defined. So yeah, really good first half from Austria. If they can see this out now, see themselves top of the group, and set up a very nice tie in the next round. But yeah, good stuff. Nick Nack. Chelsea fans saying Nick Nack, what about apples? Now saying I thought it was always oranges. It definitely was. Yeah, you always have a half-time orange. We used to have Jaffa cakes when I played, which was quite a nice little modern rendition of oranges. I don't think oranges are old, but yeah. Anyway. Genwil Bolandres, I hope I pronounced your name correctly there, saying I did that kind of own goal once in futsal. Yeah. Well, I guess it's relatively easy to do. Marlon just tries to block that ball coming across the box, doesn't he? And gets it all crossed up. I imagine his idea was that would go out for a corner. But yeah, it came in with such power that it was always going to flick off quite hard. And he obviously got that wrong, directed at goal, and Wout Verbruggen couldn't react. But yeah, I can see how it would happen. But yeah, they'd have hoped to do better anyway. Nick Knight says there is science behind it apparently. They release the energy slowly and a good source of hydration too. That makes sense, doesn't it? And they're tasty, oranges. And also, if you eat a slice whole, you can't be talking, can you? So quite good the manager trying to deliver a team talk. You can't be chatting. And that says plus the vitamin C helps with fatigue. Very true. Might have to get some oranges in for next season with the team I'm coaching. So let's see that goal then. Prash with a lovely ball. Oh, sorry, this is the earlier chances that Austria had. This was Prash has been a real danger. They keep leaving him isolated on that left-hand side. And this was that goal. Oh, sorry, no. Again, another ball. This was that poor ball in. And now surely this one is the goal. Arnautovic picked it up, played it to Prash. Prash then saw Arnautovic in there, going to try to play it to him. And Marlon putting it in his own net, but yeah. Genwil says, Austria's been the better side here. Their chances and ball movement shows that. Yeah, I've been so impressed with Austria. Obviously, Netherlands have had a higher expected goals tally in this game, and they have had some decent chances, but I've been ultra impressed by Austria. They've been so decisive, so effective in possession. There's now a bee or a wasp in here, which is absolutely awful. Hopefully that will stop buzzing around. But But yeah, I agree. I think Austria, I think they're an incredibly well coached side. I think they're one of the tactically stronger teams of the tournament. You know, you look at some of the big nations. I don't think France are tactically great. I think they rely, heavily on individual quality, which is fine. It's international, but Austria don't have that individual quality. Relying on a tactician in Ralf Rangnick, and he's worked wonders with the side. But yeah. Now, going on to explain more about oranges, they contain potassium, which is good for muscles and help to prevent cramps. So yes, knick-knack, they do sound incredible. Need to get some oranges in. Anyway. Now it says Austria maximising what they get out of their squad. Yeah, that's the thing. As well as they're doing, I feel that Austria will be a bit annoyed. They are lacking a quality number 9. Because with that, they'd be absolutely flying. But yeah, I'm just trying to remember whether Junior Adamu is Austrian or not. I think he plays in Austria still, doesn't he? Let me have a look. I don't think he is. Okay, well, he's apparently not even on FootMob. But I swear there was an Austrian striker at Salzburg called Junior Adamu. Just surprised why he's not involved yet, but yeah, Nick's saying the complete opposite of us. In fact, yeah, we really make the worst of the England squad, aren't we? But yeah. Anyway. This was that chance for shouting towards the end of the half. All cut back well. And almost a really good opportunity. But yeah, he just wants to be friends with the ejacular. What the wasp bee thing? Not standing for that. They're annoying and bitey. Not bitey. What do you call? Stingy. That's it. That's a technical term. But yeah. Anyway, in terms of the second half, what can Netherlands do? I don't know, to be fair. Austria played really well. Obviously, Netherlands making that early change to bring Simmons on for Veerman. A bold call by Ronald Koeman, but one I think that is merited. But Austria have had other chances. There was that one for Sabitzer that was saved well. It was then reworked into a great opportunity here as Grits just lifted it in behind. And Arnautovic should have scored. He just didn't connect with the ball. And then Verbruggen spilt it. Again, Arnautovic couldn't connect with the ball. Big opportunities in there. But yeah. Really good hit from Sabitzer, the initial one. Arnautovic has to touch that. But yeah. Now it says who are the pundits? I only recognise one of them. I'll have to wait till I see again. I saw Ashley Williams on there. I think it was James McFadden, the Scotland guy. Yeah, you got McFadden, you've got Ashley Williams, Aussie, Gabby Logan. Not sure who that is in the middle with a blue shirt. I would have punted on it being, I can't remember now. But yeah, they've had some great pundits on, I think, at the Euros so far. I've seen some really nice analysis from people like Thomas Frank, Ange Postecoglou. There was Danny Roll, who I thought came across really well. But yeah. Here is one of those sequences of passing play for Austria that have dazzled everyone so far at this tournament. They're really good on the ball. Again, a Rangnick principle. But they turn this from back to front so carefully. McFadden, says Nick Nack, scraping at the barrel there. Looks like a young coach maybe in the middle. Yeah, does look quite young. But yeah, here's James McFadden. They are. I mean, again, I don't know why he wasn't on the Scotland one, but he's here. But yeah. But Austria are very good. How far, I'll ask this to you guys as well, because I don't have anyone here in the studio to talk to. How far do we all think Austria could go? For me, again, it depends on the draw, but I could very much see semi-finals here. Especially if they're top of the group. If they're second in the group, it's slightly more difficult. Just because that quarter-final stage, they'll likely lose to Portugal. But yeah, Genwell says Marlon does look like he gets the better of his matchup. What, against Prasin there? There's a lot of space, but Marlon's not really made anything of that. Again, Genwell, he's been off the pace. But yeah, if Marlon can find his feet in this game, I think he'll be incredibly dangerous. He's got a lot to prove to Ronald Koeman. Marlon not a starter driver the first 2 games. He can prove to Koeman tonight if he's ready for it. And it says Austria don't seem to fear anyone. Look how they played against France. Exactly. Koeman saying depends on the draw, maybe quarters if lucky. And it says you'd expect Spain or Germany to beat them, but they'll give anyone a tough game. Yeah, I completely agree with what you're saying, Nick Nack. I think, and therefore it is very likely they could go deep into this competition. I think if they see top of the group, that is beautiful for them, because I think they will then get through to the semis to play either England or Italy. I think if they finish second, I think they could lose in the quarterfinals to Portugal. It's not impossible they win that though, just slightly unlikely really. Obviously, if they're third in the group and have to face England or have to face Spain or whoever it is, then that's just not a nice tie, is it? That's just not a nice tie. But yeah. Anyway. Any other thoughts going into this second half? Get involved in the live chat. If you're just watching idly, make sure to say hi. But yeah, and do remember, we'll be live later tonight for England versus Slovenia. And of course, keeping tabs on Denmark, Serbia. And then tomorrow, join Harry at 5 o'clock for Ukraine, Belgium and Slovakia, Romania. I'm not sure we'll be watching there. But I don't know, imagine Ukraine, Belgium. But he might go Romania because he loves them. And then, of course, tomorrow evening, it'll be both of us again to round off the group stage. 8 group games left, including the 2 on right now. Can't believe we're here, to be honest. Can't believe we're here. What a crazy few weeks it's been. But yeah. Anyway. Hopefully, England can get through this evening. Hopefully the second half here is a bit lively. But yeah. It's, I don't know why. In Cologne, obviously England in Cologne tonight. And BBC have cut to Kelly Summers and Connor Cody. I'm not really sure why he's there. I'm guessing he's one of the England players who's been involved in the squad a little bit, but isn't there for this tournament. Yeah, it says Austria were 101 or so at the start of the tournament, down to about 40 to 1 now. Yeah. I mean, a 10 on that at the start of the tournament, you're laughing, aren't you, Nick Nack? Well, it's France who are the current favourites. The thing is, France have that France effect, don't they? They are France. They're so good. Even though they've not really played particularly well so far, they are still France. And they should have the beating of anyone, but yeah. It's not heavily surprising, Nick Nack. But yeah, they haven't been great at this tournament though, I agree with that. I think they've been really poor actually. I thought they were very fortunate in the opening game against Austria. Obviously needing a goal from Maximilian Werber, an own goal, to win that game. And if it wasn't for the intervention of VAR in their game against Netherlands, then they probably would have lost that one. So yeah, they've been very fortunate so far, France. And that's the thing. Will their luck continue? I mean, at the moment, it isn't. A tough first 45 against Poland. If they don't find a goal in the second half, then they're in a bit of a tough spot. They'll face the top seed, I believe, in Group E, which could be Romania. I think it's going to be Belgium, though. So I think that'll be really interesting. But yeah. And then obviously, if they finish second in this group, France, they have to play second in E, and then either Portugal or 3AB. So you can assume that's likely to be Portugal. And then, yeah. So that was up a really difficult quarter-final tie for France. So winning tonight is so important. But yeah. Anyway. Not long now until that second half gets underway. People in chat that gave predictions, are you sticking with them? I'm going to stick with mine. I said 2-0 Austria at the start of the stream. I'm definitely going to stick with that. But obviously, if you want to change it, do get involved in the live chat. But yeah, and if you haven't given a prediction yet, then feel free to do that. Gemwell says, they're not playing the most impressive, but I think I can back the Italians to do back-to-back. Maybe it's just their luck, or maybe it's just their ability to never get up. Nick says, can never rule the Italians out. Gemwell says, I'll give up with Belgium. I've been supporting them since 2014 and they've done fuck all. Nick sticking with his 1-1 prediction. I'm not sure on Italy, to be honest. I didn't think they were incredible at Euro 2020. But they obviously did enough to win it. And then this tournament, they've played really poorly. They should have got battered by Croatia. They should be out, really, Italy. They're very lucky to still be involved with this tournament, in my opinion. I think they definitely shouldn't have got anything against Croatia. Probably didn't even deserve anything against Albania either. Or maybe a point, but they're very lucky to get away with all three there. But anyway, second half about to get underway here for Netherlands, Austria. It'll be Netherlands to get us started. Memphis Depay knocks it back and we are underway. 45 minutes to go here. Can Netherlands find a goal and put themselves through second of the group? A draw would be enough for Netherlands to do that. Or will Austria continue? Will Austria win this game and find themselves potentially top of the group as it stands? Austria will be through top seed. That's a beautiful draw if they can pull this off. But anyway, here's Tiani. Reinders smashed forwards. And now that'll be given chase by Schmid, but Van Dijk will hold him off and that gets back to Verbruggen. And with the ball at Verbruggen waiting for some pressure, gets some and picks it up. Now it says the group stages are all about getting through, really. You don't win the tournament in the groups. Agreed, 100% now. But if you play poorly in the groups, it doesn't set a good precedent, does it? We better hope your statement, though, is true in the case of England. Here come Netherlands away with the ball. They've got an overload here. Simmons to Gakpo, cuts inside, should score, does score. Quick break for Netherlands. Netherlands 1, Austria 1. They draw level here. Cody Gakpo with the goal. And again, the catalyst for all of it, Xavi Simmons. Exactly what they needed from the bench there. Fantastic direct drive through the middle of the team. Shifts it to Gakpo. Perfect timing from Simmons there. Could have got that wrong. But yeah, Grealish just got caught in the middle of the park. It spilled out to Xavi Simmons. His weight of pass and timing to Gakpo, who shifts it inside and finishes it well. Netherlands 1, Austria 1. But yeah, very good start to the second half. That was only about, I don't even think it was 60 seconds, was it? On the clock. But yeah, they cut inside. They let him cut inside far too easy, says Nick Nack. Agreed. Posh had to stand his ground there. Speaking of Posh, he plays it forwards, Arnautovic. They also lost it much too cheaply. Again, we'll say now, if that was Nunes, I'd rather not speak. Didn't Nunes score in the Copper? I think Nunes scored, didn't he? I'm going to have a check now. I'm fairly sure. Yeah, he got a goal in the 85th minute against Panama last night. But yeah. So as it stands, Netherlands would go through top of the group. France through second. Austria bottom. But as it stands, France will still be that on the other side of the draw to England. Obviously, England would still have to play Austria, which is not ideal, but probably better than France. So, swings and roundabouts. Rangnick not happy about something now. Again, says after 4 attempts only. Yeah. Yeah, it says anyone's game now. Maybe Holland win the group. I wouldn't mind playing the Dutch. They don't scare me. No, they look inefficient, don't they? A bit ineffective in front of goal, a bit blunt. And I definitely think we'd have the measure of the midfield without De Jong or Koopmeiners. Here's Depay. He can't turn as Lineheart is tight with him. And yeah, deals with that well. There is Marlon. Geertruida, Marlon. Schouten round the corner into Cody Gakpo. Tries to play that forwards. It's out for a Dutch throw. Yeah, 5 minutes into the second half. Netherlands starting stronger. Austria have not got going whatsoever. Geertruida. Marlon, Geertruida. Marlon, nice exchange. Geertruida coming up the line. Here's Depay. Austria getting cut open here. One back though, press. And see, this is where Austria just have to ride out that wave. Netherlands have scored. They're going to want to come forward and do it again, but Austria can't let them. Because then game's over. They might as well call it a day. Daniel Marlon tries to come inside there. Comes off of Marlon though, and that is out for a goal kick. But yeah, tries to take on press. Ends up taking a heavy touch. That's how to play. So someone says, well, Poland just hold on here. Would be a huge result for everyone else other than France. Not really for Poland, they're already out, but still be a fascinating one. It would mean that rather than meeting France in the quarters, we would like to meet them in the semis. And also, if they do go through second in F, which is currently... Sorry, if they could... First place plays second in F, which is currently Turkey. If France go through second in the group, they would face second in E, which I think will probably be Romania. So France might not hate that tie. They will have to play Portugal in the quarters, most likely, and probably one of Germany or Spain in the semis. But if they can win all those, then they should be champions, shouldn't they? So yeah. A nice move there from Austria, broken down by a challenge from Tiani Reinders. Now for Bruggen. Van Dijk into Ake. Ake tries to turn his man, finds Simmons. Simmons unable again to spin Seiwald. Seiwald standing his ground again. I've been so impressed by Nicholas Seiwald at this tournament. A player I think is truly destined for the top of the game. So composed, so comfortable in possession. For me, one of the standout players of the tournament. We spoke beforehand who are going to be, those young players that break through. You always get one. And obviously Benjamin Šeško's name was thrown around a lot. Lamine Yamal, not really as a breakthrough, but as someone who would, was young and would have a fantastic tournament. Obviously everyone already knows his name, but would cement him. Xavi Simons was one I think that was mentioned quite a bit. I know he's starting to get out of that young category, but yeah, for me, Nicholas Seiwald, I think he's only 22, isn't he? I want to say 22. I'm going to check it. But yeah, he looks, for a 22-year-old, I'll just check that now. 23. For a 23-year-old, he is so composed, so calm in possession. But yeah. Anyway, chance now. Netherlands over this corner. And they're going to take their time deciding how best to set this up. Poland chat, by the way, 40% think the Netherlands are going to win, 27% think Austria are going to win, and 33% think it'll be a draw. Chance of Van Dijk over the bar. But that has come off an Austrian defender. He headed it down there. And Verva blocking it over the bar. But yeah, very tight chat across all three options. Depay now looking to fill the box with the ball again. It's in there, spilt by Pence. And then a foul in there on the goalkeeper. Van Dijk disagreeing with that decision. But alas. Yeah. So, still 37 minutes to play. More than enough time for a lot to happen. And yeah, that Gakpo goal, really high quality stuff. And by the way, Mark Guehi, how do you pronounce his name? It's not Mark Guehi. Mark, the one at Barcelona, has joined Chelsea, according to Fabrizio. That's an interesting one. Chelsea signing another young striker, £6 million. It's expected he will go out on loan, I think, to Strasbourg. But apparently there are rumours he may be involved in the Chelsea first team next season, which would be interesting, to say the least. Van Dijk did nothing wrong. Nick saying cracky fish that from Gakpo. Yeah, we saw it back a couple of minutes ago. Really nice finish. Pence just putting his gloves back on. Now we need a bit of treatment after colliding with Virgil van Dijk. So that will be an Austrian goal kick. Well, free kick, really. But yeah, for all intents and purposes, a goal kick. So, Pence. France penalty, says Chelsea fan. Classic. Could have seen that happening. That says France win the group yet. They've not scored the penalty yet. Knick-knack. They've not scored the penalty just yet. But yeah. Dembele being brought down by Kiwior. That is a penalty. And a yellow card as well for Jakub Kiwior. But yeah, we'll wait to see if Netherlands score that penalty. In fact, we might be able to turn over to it quickly. Just have to hope. Oh, it's in anyway. There we go. France 1, Poland 0. Kylian Mbappe with that goal starts this game, scores a goal. And that will see France top the group once again. How boring. However, Netherlands could top it if they win. Because they're ahead of France on goals scored. Ball in, headed on, and headed out by Netherlands. So an Austrian goal kick. Bit flicked on one in there by Stefan de Vrij. Okay, not able to get the note out the back post. Anyway. Here is Stefan Posch. Posch lifting that forwards. Looking for Schmid. He's been brought down there and he thinks he's been fouled. He's furious. Referee hearing none of it. But yeah. Knick-knack says Mbappe has missed 10 out of 51 penalties in his career. Saying that Letizia is 10 times better than taking penalties than Mbappe. Yes. But he also thinks the world's flat or something. Yeah, Alex, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Welcome, mate. And a chance now for Netherlands. That breaks down. Rangnick's unable to control that on the edge of the box. So as it stands, France will go through as group winners. Then it'll be Netherlands on 5 points, Austria on 4 points. All three teams will be guaranteed through. Wimmer, Savitzer. Austria would go on to face either England or the winner of Group E, I think. A chance, it's in for Austria. Schmid heads home. Netherlands can't deal with it. Netherlands 1, Austria 2. That's a huge moment in this game. Delivered into the box excellently. I think it was Florian Grilic, headed home by Schmid. And Netherlands' heads drop once more. They've got to pick it up. Not being good enough in this game. Punished once again by Austria. Really well taken goal by Schmid. It is Grilic in here. Just using his... Sorry, yeah, that's so Savitzer there. Uses his skill, gets away, opens up the space for Grilic, who puts it in there. Schmid heads it across goal for Bruno able to get there. De Vries gets a touch, but he can't do anything to stop it going in the net. Netherlands 1, Austria 2. Sloppy defending, asked Nick-Nack. Well, sloppy defending to not mark Schmid. It was really good play from Austria to open up the space. It all came from Savitzer. But yeah, poor to not mark Schmid in there. Well, De Vries not happy. Feels he could have done more of that clearance. Understandably. Anyway. Yeah, I was saying it's nice to have a game to watch at 5 PM to take my mind off England. Just fans, yeah, agreed. Nick-Nack. Reinders. Schmid fighting for possession. Put out of play by Schouten. And now Austria with 30 minutes to hold on here. Chelsea fans saying fair play to Austria. Yeah, indeed. Nick says Gakpo was the one at fault from a marking point of view. It was just someone that has to get touched tight in there with Schmid. That was way too much time to get a header away. Austria preparing substitutions. Posh hounded here. Ball one back. It's a bit of a mess. Neither side can actually claim it. Here's Gertruida. Marlon. Spins his man well. Tries to put the ball into the box. He's seen that and then he commits a foul in there, Donyell Marlon. That was silly. Bringing Press down. Surprised he doesn't go into the book for that one. But yeah. Anyway, Austria making changes now. That looks like Linehart's coming off. But yeah. So Wimmer and Linehardt coming off, and that would be Baumgartner and Queerfeld. So we'll be interested in this. Christoph Baumgartner, I thought one of their most impressive players in that Poland win. Alex saying, how are Austria this good? They've destroyed Poland, now it's Netherlands. It's a whole new level, to be honest. Well, it's a mixture of a fairly talented squad with some real strong weaknesses, some really good players in possession. Conrad Lima coming on as well. I think it's a triple change for Austria. Yeah, it's a mixture of a really decent, talented squad and then a manager in Ralf Rangnick who has, well, worked hard to get the best out of his players. You look at how they're playing in possession, they are one of the best teams on the ball, I think, at the tournament. There's some really nice in-possession football. They're really good at pressing. But yeah, really good team. How does this affect who England might play next? We could potentially play Netherlands if we win the group. That is exactly right, Nick Nack. If we do finish top of the group now, and this game stays as it stands, then that will see Netherlands drop into third, and England would play Netherlands in the round of 16. Now, that's not guaranteed because it might not be Group E for England. If England get through, they will face either the third place team in either Group D, Group E, Group F. I believe we could get Group E if both E, F, if it's something like B, if it's because obviously A, Hungary have likely gone through now, but B are out, C could be out. That's what we need. We need B and C to go, and then it'd be the groups through with a third place team would be A, D, E, F, and I think we would get Group E, which could be Slovakia. I believe. Don't quote me on that. It might also be that we need Group C to go through. I can't remember how it works, but I believe that is how it works. I'm not sure. Yeah, says they play like a club team, don't they? So organised. Well, yeah, they are tactically very, very good, which is what we don't see at many teams, in international football. Reinders. Van Dijk. And double change coming for Netherlands. I did find a thing the other day explaining all the options to for the final groups. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to find it though. But yeah, double change for Netherlands. So Gini Wijnaldum coming on for Reinders. And then that is going to be Mickey van der Ven on for Nathan Ake. So yeah, nice double change that. Both make sense, I think. But yeah. Not long left in this game now. Don't think I'm going to be able to find this thing. Anyway. For Bruggen. Now Van der Ven. Oh, here we go. So, ball back now with Verbruggen. So basically, this was before, I believe, the Group B games. But there was a 30% chance that England would play D3, which is most likely. And that happens if A, C, D, E go through. However, provided that... Just as confirmation changes there, Wijnaldum, Van der Ven on for Ake and Reinders. Provided that... So we need Denmark to beat Serbia and us to beat Slovenia. And then we need Czechia to beat Turkey. Then we would face F3. Which would be, of course... in that situation, it would be Turkey. Also a very difficult game, but arguably better than Austria. We could have played E3 if the team in Group B had got through. Obviously, that's very unlikely now. In fact, I think it's impossible that we have that now. Because I guess we could still have A, B, D, E, in which case we get Group E. But yeah, and then the only other option is like C, D, F, but that can't happen now that Hungary are pretty much through. Ball in, cleared away. So yeah, given well, I guess Hungary don't have a strong goal difference, do they? So theoretically, if Serbia beat Denmark and Serbia have a better goal difference than Hungary, and Czechia beat Turkey, and then Turkey have a better goal difference than Hungary, then we could play Group E. It's very confusing, isn't it, this whole third place playoff thing? Like, for me, Euro 2028, open it up. Just like smash in 32 teams, so another 8. Because I was talking about this the other day. If you had 8 teams, right? Yes, of course, there are going to be some pretty meh group games. Some pretty big wins, you'd imagine. But like Sweden, for me, are good enough to be at the Euros. You could have Norway, good enough to be at the Euros. Wales, they'll fight. One of the island teams, maybe. Something like that. I just think it'd be good. Nick says make it 32 teams. Yeah, why not? But yeah. Now it says it depends on the ranking of the third place teams, doesn't it? Or it depends which third place teams actually qualify. Rather, there's a table way more complicated than it should be. Exactly. We could simplify it so much more. Just 32 teams. The groups would be easier for the big sides, you would imagine, with that format. Because like Netherlands are a pot 2 team. Netherlands aren't a pot 2 team. They're just not in the top 6 nations. But that does create some really... Obviously, these group games have been great. But I don't know. I just think to make it more simple, I think we'd see teams fight more in the groups if there was more jeopardy. Like watching France and Netherlands the other night, because both of them knew that a draw would be enough to see them both get through because of the third place thing, they didn't push for the game. Whereas teams would have to fight. And I think we'd see more knockouts if there was a 32 team. And especially with the World Cup going to 48 now, so it wouldn't follow... No, not 48. It's something stupid, isn't it? Or is it 48? I think the World Cup's going 48, isn't it? And then doing like a round of 32, I think. It's mental. But yeah, so for me, 32 teams at the Euros. We wouldn't be copying the World Cup format because they're changing it up anyway. And I think there are probably 8 European nations good enough to compete. We've seen Georgia. They came in for their first ever Euros here. And they've been competitive. Yeah, they might get blown out of the water tomorrow by Portugal. But they've still been very competitive. Now it says even in a 2 qualified format you get nothing games, so it wouldn't solve that issue particularly. I don't know though, because it feels like, you know, look at Netherlands France playing out for a draw. Because they both know they'd be through on 4 points. The fact that 4 points is enough and you don't even need to worry, for me, that it shows the system just doesn't really work. Yeah, so it's just, how about 64 teams? Just make it a straight knockout. I saw someone say the World Cup would be better if it was just a FA Cup style. Like, to be fair, it sounds incredible. So you'd have 196 teams, and then it just goes down from there. So I think that works out, doesn't it, 196? Because 32, 64... No, it doesn't. 256. Because there's 257 nations, aren't there? I can't remember. Well, no, there's 100... I think there's 197 nations. So you can make it 196 and then do some weird thing with, like, buys and stuff. For the big nations. But wouldn't that be mint? Like, Guam are playing France in the round of 16 or something. Well, not the round of 16, but in the round of 196. And then they're just trying to hold on for a point or something. All in the air. And just about dealt with by Austria. Then it says, are there 64 countries in Europe? No, surely not. There can't be 64, can there? I guess once you're looking at San Marino, Luxembourg... Also, it's weird, isn't it? Because, like, Azerbaijan are in UEFA. In Israel are in UEFA and stuff like that. So it differs to, like, geography, doesn't it? It's based on what kind of fishing you're in. Nick says, you know, the Dutch are in trouble when Weghorst comes on. Yeah, just saw that. Can he save them again? That's the thing as well. They don't need saving it. This is my point. Like, the Dutch can lose here and they'll still go through third. Which I know they get a worse tie. But what's the meaning here for them? For Italy, there was a bit more meaning, wasn't there, last night? Because of the way the points worked out. And if they'd drawn that game, there was a small chance they might have been knocked out. Chance here from range from Netherlands, but that's tame. It's nowhere near the goal. Yeah, so there's probably like a lot of nothing countries like Andorra, Faroe Islands. Yeah, to be fair, there are 20 nations that have never qualified for the Euros. You add that to the 24 that have qualified here, that's 44. And then like the teams that haven't qualified this year but have before, you know, you have Sweden, Norway, Ireland, Northern Ireland, Iceland. Pushing, 50 there? Maybe not 64, though. I don't think it's miles off. The problem is you might have to let Russia back in, which is an issue. But yeah, don't think you get to 64. Third isn't automatically worse than second, says Nick Nack. No, but that's what I mean. I think third place is... I think 3 teams going through in a 14 group just makes it too easy. But yeah. Because unless you have a proper bad... we're not going to see a big shock, are we? Unless Belgium lose, but then they have had a really bad tournament so far. But that has also been a bit extraneous because of the fact there was 2 shocks in the first match day. And now every team's on 3 points. Here come Austria. Prass plays it through and then Van Dijk gives it back to his goalkeeper. Nice, I said he went in there from Arnautovic. Bring down Van der Ven. Bit too eager to get the ball back. 15 minutes to play here. And that is Gregoritsch, I think, coming on for Austria. Perhaps seeing Arnautovic there tiring and making a foul and deciding that should be it. But yeah. Here are Netherlands. Ball in from Gakpo. Headed down by Weghorst to Pai, and it's there. Netherlands 2, Austria 2. It's a good finish from Netherlands' top goal scorer of all time. But the referee is not happy. It doesn't stand. He thinks it's hit the arm of Memphis Depay. Depay argues it's hit his body. So VR is going to have a look. So it gets brought down. I can't see. No, I don't think it does hit the arm. I think this will stand. I think this should be allowed. These are all terrible angles. Hope VAR have a better one. That's not handball. This should stand for Netherlands. And the referee, waiting for VAR. I'm going to change the scoreboard because I think that should stand. There we go. Oh, I didn't do Austria either. There we go. I need people reminding me in chat. I always forget. Awful remember to do the graphics. But yeah. Harris still says 1-1. Yeah, just realised that while I was doing that. I thought he said shoved by Weghorst. Nowhere near his arm, says Nick Nack. It might be pushed by Weghorst in there. His initial thing was handball, wasn't it? That is what he said to Depay. Now they may be checking a foul on Weghorst. Foul from Weghorst. Referee headed over to the monitor to have a look. So yeah, nowhere near the arm there of Depay, which is obviously what he wanted to check. Yeah, he's giving the goal, isn't he? Netherlands 2, Austria 2. The goal will stand. I'm just going to put a little goal. Netherlands 2, Austria 2. Nowhere near his arm. Yeah, that was an odd call from the referee in there. But yeah. Are Austria winning, says Harry. They were winning. Now they're not. Chelsea fan says, might be a pen to Poland. Wow, that would be another big shock. Let's have a look. It has been given. A penalty to Poland. Ivmakhanis kicks through the back of Swiderski. Massive moment for Lewandowski. Oh, it's been saved. He's useless at the moment, Lewandowski, isn't he? Brilliant player back in the day. Absolutely useless at the minute. But yeah. Penalty miss by Robert Lewandowski. What a chance to put Poland in a pot of jeopardy. To put France in a spot of jeopardy. Bottled. Anyway. No, it says no need for the ref to even call that if he can't see it because VAR will check it anyway. That's what I don't get. That's not clear obvious. So I don't know why the ref's giving it. Gregorich, by the way, on for Arnautovic. Topidro was trying to come forwards there, couldn't. Retaken, says Chelsea fan. And it's scored by Lewandowski. He's no longer useless. France 1, Poland 1. And so as it stands, it would be Netherlands through, top of the group. What a difference a few minutes makes. Because a second ago, Austria were top of the group. And now Netherlands are. Bizarre group. Incredible stuff though. So yeah, it goes Netherlands, France, Austria, and then Poland. Wow. Here come Austria. Sabitzer. Ball through. Marcel Sabitzer in for Austria. Has to score, does score. Netherlands 2, Austria 3. And he pulls off the Cole Palmer celebration. What on earth is happening in this group? Netherlands 2, Austria 3. As it stands, Austria go through as group leaders and France would play England. No, they wouldn't. Netherlands would play England. What is happening? I have no idea. Oh my word. This group's mental. This group is absolutely mental. I have no words at the minute. Marcel Sabitzer. Really well taken goal. Fires past Verbruggen. Atrocious defending by Netherlands, says Genwil. It is indeed. Wow. Incredible scenes. Incredible scenes. Sit down Group A. This is the group to watch, says Genwil. Indeed. Everything just constantly moving around in this group. And it's only the second game with more than 4 goals. What, this and the Scotland embarrassment? Yeah, I think so. So yeah, this was the penalty for Robert Lewandowski. Good pen. It's just about scored. A bit shit, to be fair. Got it right in the corner, but he stumbled over about 5 times trying to take it. Yeah, the bloody wasp is back. Anyway. As it stands, Austria go through as group leaders. France would be second, and therefore on the opposite side of the draw to England. And Netherlands would be most likely to play England in the knockouts. In the round of 16 stage. This is incredible. But if it works out nicely, Netherlands might be on the other side of the draw and England might have Slovakia or Romania. Here's a chance for Austria. It's in! It's 4-2! But he's offside. Baumgartner went too early and offside. That would have been huge. Austria are brilliant, man. Austria are absolutely brilliant. That should be 4-2. Very unlucky there, Baumgartner, because he timed that. The finish was incredible. The timing was just slightly off. But yeah, this is a really tidy finish. Verbruggen has got to do better. It's near post there. But yeah, they will check the goal. Don't really see why. And yeah, obviously offside. Play will continue. This is a ridiculously good tournament, man. What did we do to deserve this? Gakpo. Pokes it towards goal. It's over. Gemmell says game management now. Austria slow down the game. Yeah, they got 7 minutes to hold on. They went for that another because they knew they'd be through then. But wow, this group, the group that keeps on giving. And as it stands, Austria through as leaders. Where they'd face the second place team in Group F. And would be on England's side of the draw, whereas France would face second in Group E, with Portugal awaiting them potentially in the quarterfinals. But yeah, out of play there from Maxi Verber. If this stays the same, suddenly England's chances of a nice run to the final increase tenfold. Yes, we'd have a very tough tie against the Netherlands in the round of 16 stage, but get through that and we would have Switzerland or Italy, and then 1E, which at the moment is Romania, but could be Belgium, 3A, B, C, D, which would be Hungary, I believe, 1D, which is Austria, though they do look really good. Sorry, 1D, which is, yeah, it is Austria, and 2F, which at the moment is Turkey. So we'd be on for a really nice run. And obviously, Netherlands may be seeded the other side of the draw if it all works out quite nicely for us. So yeah, good stuff. It's coming home, says Harry. Next is one game at a time, Jack. Yeah, sorry. Let's not tempt fate, says Nick Nack. Also, Lewis was absolutely shite. Yeah, why did he have like 3 sieges on the way to it? If Ekor's heads over, big chance for the Netherlands. What an incredible group. I mean, it says a lot. The poll in chat, 33% Netherlands, 33% Austria, 33% draw. Incredible stuff. Again, we're saying that's dangerous talk, mate. Premature. Yeah. It is quite early, to be fair. You do know we have Southgate's manager. Very true, Nick Nack. But I'm confident we'll win tonight. And show everyone, look, we've still got it. Austria come forwards again here. I think Austria at this rate are going to win the bloody thing. They look incredible. Here's Stefan Posch. Tried to come inside, but can't. Seevald. Seevald again. Baumgartner. Nice turn. Gakpo can't even foul him correctly. Baumgartner. Back to... that's Queerfeld, isn't it? Smashes it forwards. Gaza is the one, says Nick Nack. Well, no, Paul Gascoigne could not be our manager. But Gareth Southgate could. But yeah, it was always a tough group. This Poland never really had a chance, says Nick Nack. No, they didn't. Netherlands have been terrible, says Harry. Chelsea fans off to go watch the England game. See a Chelsea fan. Remember, we're live twice tomorrow. Harry will be here for the conclusion of Group E at 5 o'clock. And then it'll be the pair of us at 8 o'clock. You definitely have a poster of Gareth on your wall. I don't, Genwill, but Harry in chat does. Van der Ven. Trying to put the ball in the box. Posh blocks it. Out now for a throw. Waistcoat Southgate's my idol. True words have never been spoken. Schouten. Van der Ven. Here is Gertruida. Van Dijk. Now Austria bringing the ball forwards. And a foul in there. Well, not given. Wijnaldum deemed to have won the ball cleanly. Gakpo. Wijnaldum blocked. Schmid. Hands all over him. Schmid goes back to Posh, who just about keeps that in. And now plays that, smashes it down the line. That's out of play, and that is a throw. Yeah, Andre Bellotti as well joining. There's been some crazy transfers. Bellotti's just joined Como, and I think it was Trabzonspor that completed a double swoop for 2 Rangers players, Borna Baric and John Lundstrom. It's just bizarre. Now says Tina should be out in 15 minutes. Unfortunately, I won't be live, but yeah, obviously we will be live for the England game at 7:45. Ball into the box. Headed back to Pence, well, by Press. But yeah, ball forwards from Austria then. So Pai flicks on towards Wijnaldum. Weghorst, though, gets there, holds it up. Schouten. Here is Simons, ball in, Depay heads down. Gakpo's not going to get there. It's won back by Queerfeld. And here they come. Schmid wants to take on Van der Ven down the line. Schmid has gotten past him. Van der Ven catches back up though. Baumgartner. To Posh. Back to Baumgartner. That's a poor pass to Posh. That's out of play for Netherlands throw. Anyway. Again, Will says, I wouldn't advise them joining Turkey right now. I heard the Turkish football system is a shambles right now. Too political. Yeah, it is. But there is also money there. For a lot of money for a decent standard of football. Good ball into the box, by the way, for Netherlands. Caught well by Pence. There'll be 6 more minutes, by the way, of additional time in this first half. Sorry, not first half, second half. There'll be 6 minutes left of the game. There you go. Here come Austria. Now Baumgartner. Pass it across to Schmid. Posh now. Back to Queerfeld. Schmid, nice turn. Try to bring it inside. Baumgartner lifting it to Posh. Overhit, out for a throw. Should be done now for Austria, says Harry. That's too long. Attempting fate again there. Too long to go to say that. 5 minutes additional time as well in the France game. Change now as well for Austria, so they'll look to try and kill off some time. It's going to be Schmid coming off. He's had a good game, Schmid, and that is going to be Weimann of Stoke City, I believe. Is he still there? I bloody hope so. Andreas Weimann. I have no idea. He's at Bristol City. He never played for Stoke. I don't know where I got that then. I must be getting mixed up between that and Bristol City. Apparently he's at West Brom. Maybe that's just a loan. Yeah, Bristol City player. There you go, not Stoke. Who am I thinking of? Stoke definitely had an Austrian called Weimann or something like that, didn't they? If anyone in chat has any idea, let me know. Maybe it's a centre half actually though. Weghorst. Wijnaldum. Ball in from Simons. Blocked by Prass. Simons thinks that is a handball. Simons against Prass. Ball into the box. And slapped away by Pence. Falls to Gakpo. Shifts it towards Weghorst, who puts it across. Pence saves it. So that's Van der Ven, not Weghorst, in the box. Of course. But yeah. Not long left now. There's an Austrian player on the deck here. Queerfeld. He's trying to roll off the pitch there, the referee. Obviously, Queerfeld very much keen to stay on the field and receive treatment, because then they can't continue. But he did actually go down off pitch. And then realised, hang on, don't want to do that. Got back up for a moment, then went down on pitch. I think the referee there making that point to him, saying, you've just come onto the pitch and sat down, mate. I think he's going to get booked for it as well. Because he came back on the field, but yeah. So he's having his knee bandaged up. Nick Nack says, you look at that Dutch defence and have to wonder how they conceded 3 goals to Austria. Yeah, that does open up a lot of questions, doesn't it? But yeah, Queerfeld helped to his feet with the referee and then brandished a yellow card. So 2 minutes to go here. And then Nick Nack saying, then you have Van der Ven and De Ligt who don't even get in the team. It's weird. Ball in, the corner results to a knockdown. Depay's effort blocked. Throw in now. Netherlands trying to throw players forward here. Yeah, it says perhaps lack of protection from midfield is the problem. Well, yeah, you've got in there Tiani Reinders, who's a really good player, but he's not a defensive midfielder. And you've got in there Schouten, who's a good player, but not a defensive midfielder. They lost their midfield when they lost Koop Miners and De Jong. That midfield for me would have been one of the strongest at the tournament, and Netherlands committed a foul there in a high area, and Austria have no intention of playing this very quickly. Not long left. Can Austria hold on? This would see them go through top of the group. Good performance from Austria. Spirited performance. They look like one of the best sides at this tournament. Netherlands are going to try and come forward now. Ball over the top. Weghorst can't keep it in. Goal kick, and that's probably it now, isn't it? Realistically. What a match. Incredible group. And in the end, a group where we thought France and Netherlands would be playing out for top. We'll see Austria jump to top of the group. Austria smash it long. Schouten being hounded here by Gregoritsch. Smashes it forwards. Headed away. Netherlands now back to goalkeeper Verbruggen. It's going to go long. And they're over the 96 now. At the referee's discretion. They'll end. Gakpo can't get that ball under his control. And now it's one back. And smashed away by Seebold. That's the thing. If Netherlands score, they top the group. Savitzer. Smashes it forwards. That's got to be it. Surely, referee. Rangnick with his arms in the air. The ref will keep playing. Ball forward from Verbruggen. Headed away. Chested down and put in behind for Marcel Savitzer. Lifts that to... I can't tell who that is. Baumgartner. Savitzer in the corner. Austria have done it. Netherlands 2, Austria 3. Austria will progress. What a fantastic team this group of players are, managed by Ralf Rangnick. They play beautiful football and they're through. Top of the group. Incredible, incredible stuff. Their win tonight sees them climb to top Group D ahead of France and ahead of Netherlands. So we have another confirmed group at this Euros. Group D, Austria top on 6 points. France second on 5 points. Netherlands will be third and through on 4 points. And Poland bottom with 1 point. So we can start to piece together who is where. Austria will be the top seed and face Team 2F on the 2nd of July. France will be the second seed and face 2E on the 1st of July. Very interesting stuff. So yeah. Anyway, that's everything, I think, for now. We'll be back in a little while to talk all things England at 7:45. And of course, their game against Slovenia. I've not done any of the usual. Hang on. Let me get rid of all this stuff. I always forget. Graphics. There we go. Full time. Netherlands 2, Austria 3. What a game. Incredible stuff. Anyway, we will be back very, very shortly for England versus Slovenia. Thank you guys for joining me for this game. And, yeah, see you very, very soon.